Okay, so I'm just behind the Moroccan Lounge on the parking lot, and I must show you because this place, the parking lot, the trees, I cannot explain, but I have a feeling of déjà vu so strong. It's really strange. I'm going to show you. So here are the trees, and you see that is nice. I like the tiles, the blue tiles there, but when I arrive here with the trees and we can see through the, how we call that, I don't know why here behind the fence we can see through. Reminds me something. I have the feeling to have been in a similar place. I don't know, that's really strange. It's so strong. So basically the bar is in this building, and I can make a whole, I can turn around it. We are really in the middle of nowhere. We are almost in the downtown. I think it's the downtown already here. We are close to Chinatown, that's why there is a pagoda here. Okay, it seems that the entrance is on the other side. Oh, I didn't show you the beautiful door here. Look at that.
Here.
Okay, so today I'm going to talk about the show that I saw yesterday evening. I attended a show in Los Angeles. I think it was the downtown or almost the downtown in the Moroccan Lounge, a place that I didn't know, which is very beautiful. I want to talk about it because many things happened actually. Derde Verde they were playing first, and then it was KingJet, and then it was the star of the show, Superet. My son came to visit me just before I left to the show, and I told him, there is Superet at the show, and he said, what? You are going to attend a show with Superet? He was very excited. Before going to the show, I checked a clip video by them, and I saw that it could be something important, let's say. Today I did my video very differently. First, this is going to be a first part because I go to another show with Derde Verde tomorrow night, and I think that I will need, and that's not my idea, it's Dylan's idea, I think that I need to make a comparison between what I saw yesterday and what I will see tomorrow. So in my next video I will show you what I have seen tomorrow and I will make a comparison between the both. But I still wanted to do this video today because there are things that I absolutely want to talk about, because it's like if I had an epiphany moment yesterday evening, like a lesson of life, something suddenly which made me understand a lot of things. So I wanted to talk about it because it's about Derde Verde, but not only, I will explain. Also, another thing that I'm doing differently, no notes for this video. I just noted. I always put a temporary title to my videos about Derde Verde. I wrote just the name of the singer of Superet because I never managed to remember it. So the name Superet, KingJet, the Moroccan Lounge, and some lyrics in a song that I didn't understand correctly. The song which makes me cry, the name is Actress, and in the song he says, I would trade for your place in the sky, and not I will trail for your place in the sky. So I didn't understand correctly. It's I would trade for your place in the sky. I'm not sure if it's more joyful. I'm not sure, but it doesn't mean exactly the same thing, and it's about the star Actress, which is actually interesting because for me space it's cold, and when I listen to this song it makes me think of ice. It makes me think of two people waltzing on some ice, and everything is very cold. So I didn't know the title. Maybe this star is not cold at all. Maybe it's very hot. It's a star, so probably it was burning. It's a red star. So I don't know if it's cold, but the space is supposed to be very cold. So. And it's a northern star. Songs to me conveys images, not all the songs, but some specific songs. For Derde Verde, all their songs convey images to me. I didn't take notes because I wanted this video to be more spontaneous. I wanted to do like, Mark Hollis for Spirit of Eden, he said layers and spontaneity. Layers, I think that every time I do a new video about Derde Verde, I have a new layer. In 2 months, it evolves with a speed, with a pace. I can't believe it. It's incredible how I discover more and more, even on the same songs. I discover more and more every time. Spontaneity, usually, well, I like spontaneity. The problem is that when I do a video, I like to be prepared, so that's why I take notes. But here, what I have to say is here and here. I don't need to take notes for that. First, I show you my first impression. Okay, so first impression tonight. First impression, wow. Wow, wow. The whole night was wow all the time. I think that I need to process a little what I saw tonight. What I noticed the most is this kind of contrast between Derde Verde and Superet. It's like if you were comparing Mark Hollis with Freddie Mercury. You know, it's so different, so different. But it made me understand a lot of things about why I love Derde Verde music. It made me think a lot, actually, because what I saw with Superet was unbelievable. Seriously, I didn't expect seeing something like that. It's like if I have seen Queen on stage tonight. Really, it was unbelievable, unbelievable. So I wondered, why do I love Derde Verde, which is, I would say, almost the opposite? And I very quickly understood why. Very quickly understood why. There is something major in the difference between the both, and I will explain. I need to process during the night. Oh, by the way, I have a tattoo now. No, they stamped that on my wrist, and actually now that I see that, I kind of want a tattoo. Oh, that's new. You know, I feel 16 these last 2 months. Anyway, it was an extraordinary night. It was incredible. I think I need to sleep. I couldn't stand still 5 minutes tonight. I don't know why. I wanted to dance from the beginning to the end. But I don't understand why, because I didn't drink some coffee. I'm not allowed to drink coffee. It's a pity because I love coffee. Anyway, I didn't drink some coffee, so why was I so excited tonight? I ate a lot of cherries, maybe that's why. There is a lot of sugar in the cherries. I was not in a bar tonight. I was in a nightclub. I danced from the beginning to the end. Next time I will wear my cowboy boots because they are so comfortable. I had my flip-flops tonight and my feet were so cold the whole night because of the AC. So not a good idea, the flip-flops, when you go out in a place where there is an AC. Anyway, we are not here to talk about my flip-flops. I just want to say that tonight it was wow. It was really unbelievable. It was weird to see Derde Verde on a stage like that. Okay, I keep all my thoughts for the video itself. I need to process during the night. I need to digest just what I lived. I go to their concert on Sunday, so it's going to be something else. You know, my work, it's a catastrophe. I have to go to the post office tomorrow morning really early, so I should go to bed. Okay. I think the best way to start is simply to play the music that I filmed. And as we start with Derde Verde, I'm going to talk about Derde Verde first. Before I start, while I was waiting for them to play, a guy came to me and asked me if I knew Derde Verde. And I thought, what is that? Is it a joke or what? Actually, it was a viewer who recognized me and who came for Superet, but he knew about Derde Verde because of my videos. And he also knew that I was using my fan. He made a little joke about that. I'm surprised because I didn't think that one day someone would recognize me through my videos in Los Angeles. It's really surprising. I suppose it's the beginning of the glory. It was just fun. Before I forget, I want to say that the sound was very different from the Love Song Bar.
Floating on choices that carried us west. We call down to our friends that we'd never forget.
In the Love Song Bar, the sound is more round, more warm.
As we drifted, weightless over their heads. Waking the
metallic, but I'm not sure it's the right word. It was more detailed. Yes, more metallic.
Watching the sun bleed, color down till the last light.
I was hearing a lot the bass and the organ. The voice was much more precise. I could better understand the lyrics and what he was saying.
Till the last light burns away.
I prefer the love song bar sound, but that was still interesting. It was not the same space. They were on a stage. It was quite different. It was less intimate, I would say, which makes the thing a little colder, but in the same time it's very impressive to see them on the stage. It gives another dimension to the band. It means like, yeah, they are stars, they are musicians, they are playing on a stage.
Waking the dream, watching the sunbeam color down till the last night, till the last light burns away.
I found what the end makes me think of, but I will talk about it when the single will be released, because I want to keep that for the video about this song. But I found, it took me 2 days to find what I was thinking about when I was listening to the end of this song. So that was the first song. It's the famous song Who Almost Got Me Killed on the boulevard, hit by a car. A very dangerous song. I listened to it. So today I went to the post office this morning. I really had to go to the post office before it closes because we are on Saturday. I listened to that all along my walk to the post office because in my earplugs the sound is much better than on my computer. On my computer the sound is ridiculous. I listened to it in my ear. It was wow. It was overwhelming all along my road to the post office, back and forth about 4 miles of almost crying over songs in the street. Fortunately on the boulevard there is almost nobody, so nobody to watch me crying alone behind my sunglasses, listening to Derde Verde. But I didn't cross the boulevard, so I was not hit by a car. Second song.
Thank you guys, we're Derde Verde. Very excited to be here.
You can come up.
Yeah, you
It's
can
safe.
come up. I think you're loud.
He wanted us to go closer to him. The problem is that to be able to see all the musicians, I had to stay at a specific place, even if I had a tendency to zoom on the singer, of course. But I really wanted to have the 5 of them on my camera, on my video. So that's why I had to stay where I was. I couldn't go too much closer. This is the song which makes me cry almost always. And today, when it started playing in my earplugs, I thought, okay, the emotion was there yesterday evening.
Like an ocean underground, truth given, slow my heart. I'll meet you in that dark.
You know, when I film, I'm so focused on what I'm filming that I cannot really enjoy what I'm watching because I'm focused on what I'm supposed to do, which is filming. But once I'm at home alone in my earplugs and I can watch on my phone or on my computer, I can really enjoy it alone, far from the people and far from the noise around, and I can play it again and again and again if I want to, and I can really absorb the music. It's when I see two people waltzing on ice. So it's a waltz. 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Months later, I'm still amazed by the quality of this band, and I think that it's not going to stay like that, of course, but I think that for now they are really underrated because they should be much more known here or anywhere. Actually, I do all what I can to help them because they deserve it.
Next song is called Have You Felt It?
Have you felt it? I think that I felt it. I have felt it since a very long time now. One thing, this song, there is a part which always makes me think of Brian Ferry, and another song is called Avalon, like the Brian Ferry Roxy Music song. So I'm wondering if it's my imagination or if there is really a link with Brian Ferry, or if they thought about that, or if it's just completely a fluke, an accident. I don't know.
I've lived beneath the mighty mountain tops for years, distant over the freeway, silent and ageless like clouds.
I should ask Dylan.
I lost a part of myself. The dust, it settled over a lonely road. I felt it.
super excited for Superet's album, which just came out, How to Work a Room. The vinyl looks beautiful, so make sure you all buy it on your way out.
I just wanted to say he's basically doing the public relation job to sell the new album of Superet. They were releasing, that was a party, it was a show to show the new vinyl record that they were just releasing. Superet, not Derde Verde. And Dylan is basically doing the public relation job, saying please go to buy their record. It's so nice. I mean, there is nothing to say about that. I mean, that is so kind. That is, especially in a work like that, I mean, the artist, very often in this job, unfortunately, a very big ego, and they only think about themselves. A lot of artists are like that. In the case of Dylan or Jonathan, actually, they are all so nice. When I arrived yesterday evening, I was starting talking with a woman who was sitting just beside me, and I found her really very nice. And it happens that it's Jonathan's mother. I didn't know. And I was like, seriously, these people are so nice. It's so rare to see that, not only in the US, even in France, everywhere. It's so rare to find people so kind. I must talk a little about Dylan. Dylan, I think that I never said that on a video about Derde Verde. I want to say it because I want to remember later that. I met Dylan for the first time on May 23rd for the Mark Hollis tribute. It's how I met him, if you remember, if you watched my previous videos. I was with my friend David outside, and I was hearing the musicians rehearsing, doing the sound check inside, and I told my friend David, I told him, wow, that is amazing what I'm hearing here. I feel like if Tok Tok is inside. It was unbelievable. Then they stopped the sound check. The door was not open yet. We had to wait outside. And a guy came out. It was Dylan. Well, then I didn't know it was Dylan. A young guy came out. I was talking to David. I was not especially looking at him. But during 1 second, I had the feeling that Mark Hollis was just beside me, doing I don't know what. He was pulling some boxes outside. I cannot remember what he was doing, but he was doing something. And of course, I looked at him right away because I thought Mark Hollis is here for his tribute. And then I realized it was not Mark Hollis because he has the same silhouette, I would say. Yeah, he conveys the same feeling. I looked at him, he looked at me, and I was like, okay. No, it's not Mark Hollis. Okay, so he went back inside, and then we could come in. And once inside, we were sitting on the bench. I couldn't stop watching this guy. He was touching buttons. You know, there was some pedals on the floor and some, I don't know, other gears, and he was pressing buttons and pulling things, and I thought he was the roadie. I thought that he was there to make the sound of the show. I didn't know that he was a musician. I didn't know that he was going to sing. I knew nothing. I was basically sure that he was the roadie, or maybe someone who is in charge of the sound, who was there to help other people, other musicians, to make everything ready for the other ones who were the stars. He was just there to help. That's what I thought. And I couldn't stop looking at this guy because I felt that there was something different about him. I couldn't stop looking at him so much that at a point he was not looking at me. I was behind his back and he was kneeling on the floor. And when he stood up, probably I was looking at him so much, by such an intense way, that he felt it, and he turned his back to look at me. And I smiled. I smiled because I thought that this guy was putting a lot of efforts to please everybody. Obviously, he wanted to make his job so well, so bad. And I appreciate that in people who don't work short, who do the job the best they can. I love that in people, and I couldn't stop observing him doing his thing. I usually very often observe what is not obvious at first sight to people. I like the details. I like when things seem mundane or meaningless, but it's not. It's not meaningless. It's not mundane. It's very important what was happening there. It was very important. You know why? Because it gave me a very good indication about how he is. Then Dylan was just playing the guitar to help the other one. So I thought, oh, the roadie also plays the guitar. Again, he was playing the guitar and he seemed to want so much to make the best of it, to help his friend. And then, so several people played, and at the end, he was the main part of the event. He was the one playing the role, the character of Mark Hollis, singing very difficult songs to sing live, singing also Life's What You Make It. And I Don't Believe in You. Which are among my favorite songs ever by Tok Tok. I couldn't believe what I was seeing, because not only this guy was doing everything to please the other ones, but he was the star of the show. And in spite of that, he was so humble there. And in the same time, when he came to play and to sing Mark Hollis and Tok Tok, he was not Dylan anymore. He was Mark Hollis at that moment. I had the feeling to have Mark Hollis in front of me. When I think about it, I still have the videos on my phone. I still kept that because it was a magical moment. Not because he was playing a character or because he was imitating. He was not imitating. He became Mark Hollis at that moment. And him, like me, we had the feeling that Mark Hollis was with us that night. And when I went to talk to him after the show, and I had that in my mind, I was like, Mark Hollis was so there, was so here. And the first thing he told me is, Mark Hollis was here with us tonight. I couldn't believe it. Couldn't believe that we didn't know each other. We had the same idea at the same moment. I think that I understood that night that there was something special about this guy. But I didn't know that he had a band yet. And something in my mind told me, I don't know what it is, a voice, God, I'm not religious, so I cannot bring you in that. I don't know, fate, my inner voice, my subconscious, I don't know, told me, you have to do something for this guy. He gives so much of himself to others. You have to do something for him. He's so humble. He deserves much, much more than what he has. And I didn't know that he had a band. I had no idea how to do that. So I was already very impressed by his way of doing his tribute to Mark Hollis. And believe me, to impress me about Mark Hollis, you have to be really good, because I'm very picky and I'm very harsh when it's a matter of music, art. I mean, I'm not mean, I'm not judgmental. I like a lot of things, that's not the problem. It's just that to love something, it has to be really, really good, and it really needs to talk to me, so I will love it. I was, of course, very impressed by the tribute. Even my friend David, who is, I think, even more picky than I am, told me, wow, that was amazing. And he's a musician, David, and I can tell you, he's not easy. And then, so I talked to Dylan, and Dylan told me, oh, and we also do some music ourselves. We have a band, and he wrote to me on a paper his name and his link to Instagram. And the first thing I did by coming back home is to check on Derde Verde And the first song that I listened to was I Still Want Someone. I checked this song first because like few days before I was talking to someone and I was saying I still want someone, exactly the same sentence. So I found that weird that I was reading what I was saying maybe 2 days before. I discovered their music and I couldn't believe what I was hearing because I didn't expect something so good and so sensitive. I didn't know that it could be even more sensitive than Mark Hollis and Tok Tok. So now I know a little more Dylan, not a lot because we don't see each other a lot, but I start knowing him a little. I see how he is in person or even on the social media, how sweet he is, how kind, thoughtful. He really listened to me or to the people he's talking to. He really cares. He cares about the people. He is so humble. He doesn't know. He doesn't have a clue how. I don't want to embarrass him because it's difficult. I'm talking about that on a video and everybody is going to watch that and he's maybe going to watch that too. But you know, people like that are so rare. It's so rare to find so nice people and so thoughtful people, so humble people, people who there is nothing mean in them. It's so rare that I have to say it. He doesn't know, he doesn't have a clue about how his music has some effect on me, on us, on all the people who love this music. He doesn't realize how, I don't know how to say that, he touches me. I feel overwhelmed every time I listen to his music. He touches me like Mark Hollis did touch me, like Tok Tok touched me. Mark Hollis was a very sensitive person who touched me a lot. But Dylan, it's even more sensitive. And every time I listen to his songs, it's beautiful. It's so beautiful that you cannot believe that someone writes something like that, so beautiful. It makes my heart cry. Somehow his music is so overwhelming that it breaks my heart every time I listen to it because it's like it's beautiful but it hurts, so beautiful it is. And he doesn't know the effect he can have on people like me with his music, through his music. And I really would like him to know because then maybe it will make him more confident. I'm not saying that he underestimates himself. I don't think so because he really knows what he wants in music. He's the boss there. He knows what he wants. I think that he's among the people who have been broken like me. But we don't all react by the same way. Some people remain broken. Some other ones repair themselves miraculously like me. I can feel the pain in him. I can feel it because I know it so well, you know. Somehow I want to take his hand and help him to overcome the pain, and I want him to acknowledge the power that he has. That's what I wanted to say because we don't have a lot of composers of this quality in the world, and when we find one, we really must do whatever it takes to honor the work of this person. That's what I'm doing. It's my job, obviously. I had this inner voice which told me that I had to do something. That's what I'm doing. I do something. It's my job. My job is to reveal to the world, to show to the world the quality of this music, because it's not a music which goes to you easily and everybody knows about it. And when you will see what follows, then you will understand why I'm saying that. So I really have to bring it in front of people and say, hey, look at that, listen to that, because if I don't do it, or maybe if other people don't do it, I hope that he will have other people helping him like that. Nobody will know, unless, of course, if suddenly he becomes famous because one song is a hit and suddenly he's a star. I really hope that it will happen for him. I wish him the best, of course. But in the meantime, if I can help, whatever it takes to help him, I'm there. I'm there.
We're gonna play a new song. This is called Jigsaw.
Jigsaw. I just want to say something. He's the one who initiated the Mark Hollis tribute. You can't imagine the work that it has been to do this tribute. And by the way, they are going to do another one in August. At the end of August, I will keep you posted. It's going to be in a bigger place, the place where I go tomorrow actually, so I will be able to see where it's going to be. He's the one who initiated that. He's the one who found the way to do this tribute, even if some songs have never been played before. That's what Randy told me, that it was very difficult because some songs have never been played live before.
I've done all my wandering, wanted to end up right where I began. Don't wanna walk down the long road anymore.
So they had to invent everything to do it live.
All of the dreaming, it's not enough. Still I keep believing that change is gonna come. That change is gonna come.
Dylan and his friends, they gave that to us, Mark Hollis and Tok Tok fans. He did that for us.
Tired of learning from my mistakes, always seeking a silver lining to trace. Bury my burdens and leave them underground.
He gave me the opportunity to attend a Tok Tok show. I never did in my life. Thanks to him, I have the feeling that I did. I think that I owe him a lot. You can't imagine what he gave me in May on the 23rd was way beyond what I will ever be able to do for him. And he's going to do it again. So I think that if we love Mark Hollis and Tok Tok, we must at least honor this guy and his band and his friends. And yes, we must honor him and appreciate him because what he gave us was really, really big. I wanted to say that.
Thank you. We've been working on an album that is coming out, I think, in October, but we're releasing a single in 2 weeks. It's nice to finally put it out after working on it for almost 2 years. We already played that song. I probably should have done this intro for that one, but we're going to play another one that's on the record that's coming out soon. This is called Your Ghost. Oh, wait, sorry. We're not playing that one right now, are we? No. This one I have to do a long tuning process for, and I probably should have been doing that already. Sorry. That was the joke, this whole bit. This is also on the new album.
He's so sweet.
The tuning, it's like a segue song. The song's called Avalon.
Avalon. Whew. Oh, this song is also very...
Thank you so much. We got 2 more songs and then KingJet is up next.
Your ghost.
Thank you so much. We are Derde Verde. This is gonna be our last song. We got some vinyl and CDs and shirts over there at the merch table. This one is called Tower. It's off one of our last records that we got over there. Yeah, we're playing at Gold Diggers on Sunday. Come hang out. KingJet is next, and then Superet. Thank you guys for being awesome.
That's so good. I say that every time, I'm sorry. not good enough to do like Andrew.
Thank you guys so much. We're Derde Verde. Stick around for KingJet and then Superet. See you soon.
So then I waited for KingJet to play. So it's a band, they do some rap. I'm not especially a rap person, but I don't hate rap. For example, in the Red Hot Chili Peppers, they did some rap. Well, it's a Chili Peppers. I really like their rap, or I don't know, guys like MC Solaar. It's a French guy. There is some rap that I like. I don't like all the rap, but there are some raps that I like. So I was curious to see. By waiting for KingJet, there was some music. And at a point, they played 2 songs by Serge Gainsbourg, who used to be a French, very famous French composer that I love. They played Bonnie and Clyde. Actually, they used this song in Gossip Girl, the TV show. I was also stunned that they think of using Bonnie and Clyde by Serge Gainsbourg in Gossip Girl. And then, je suis venu te dire que je m'en vais. I can't believe that I'm hearing Gainsbourg here. Je suis venu te dire que je m'en vais is a song that I was listening to as a child, but reminded me not very good souvenir, because when my ex left, basically I had this song in my mind all the time. So now, unfortunately, it's a pity because I love this song. Every time I hear it, it reminds me a not very joyful period. Je suis venu te dire que je m'en vais. I love this song. Je suis venu te dire que je m'en vais. Not that it makes me sad because I'm still crying over it. I'm so over it, you know. I'm on the moon right now. You know, I'm far away of that. It's just that you don't like to remember the period when you were sad, that's it. And it's a pity because I love this song.
Get out the park, I play in the majors. Solaar is waking up the nation. So niggas don't go like this, pick and roll like this, betting on coins and chips. With me, that's my energy, see ya. Don't mind me, fuck them, it's all me. Gotta call it like you see it, fuck the other side, G. Keep the Benz I need. Yeah, DBCG, Boma and some cheat. Got another with me, that's my energy, see ya. Don't mind me, fuck them, it's all me. Gotta call it like you see it, fuck the other side, G. Never said I do it, she asked me about the function, said it's booming. Ain't no need to see a movie, we can fucking make it clean. No zoning out, baby. Well, don't zone me out.
I danced the whole night there. I thought I was in a nightclub. I don't know what happened. I couldn't stand still 1 second. I had to move and to move and to move and to move. Sometimes I forget that I'm not 16 anymore. I'm not. I must remind me that again. And I don't know what I have. I have so much energy. Maybe because I spare my energy during a very, very long time. And now it has to get out. prefer what is a little more acoustic than that because everything was programmed and digital, and I'm not usually a big fan of that, but that was not bad.
Yeah. Yo, I appreciate y'all rocking with me tonight, man. And shout out to Superet for having me in this shit. Yeah.
I like this one. So now we arrive at Superet. So Superet, it's, for me, it's not difficult to remember the name because the Superet in French, it means a little supermarket, but it's written R-E-T-T-E at the end. So Superet, when I saw the name, I was like, what? What is this name? So Superet, it seems that they are famous in Los Angeles, maybe even in the US, I don't know. Actually, they are famous because my son knew them, and I could see that they have a certain fame online. I saw that, and the fact that they are the star of the show there, it proves that somehow they count on the Los Angeles scene. So I was very glad to see that because, you know, for me, I have the feeling to have been at a Queen show. The singer, his name is Matt Blitzer, very sympathetic. I talked to him, I asked him if I could show some snippets of what they did. I really filmed a little because I think that there is a big production behind all that, and I don't want to have troubles with YouTube and the producers, so I really filmed just a little. And also I wanted to enjoy the show, I wanted to have fun, and I danced on their music and I sang on their music. And I had the feeling to be at a Queen show because this guy Matt Blitzer, he is really a performer. The word which comes to me is powerful, joyful. It was wow. That is the word, I don't see another word. Wow. Different from Derde Verde. I would say even that it was the exact opposite. It's the exact opposite. They are all dressed in white. Everything is thought. Everything is calculated. Nothing is random. That is a lot of work. It's obvious. And the guy, he sings. He really knows how to sing. Now, I would say that melodically speaking, I prefer the melodies by Derde Verde than by Superet. Because I don't think that for Superet the matter is the melody or the sensitivity or the feelings. It's more the show, the performance, the wow factor. Even the lights. The lights were very strong. At a point I was considering pulling out my sunglasses because the lights were really hurting my eyes. I have very sensitive eyes lately, probably because of the sun. But it was a part of the show, and it was really spectacular. It was amazing. I told Dylan, he was asking me what I was thinking about them, and I told Dylan, they are fantastic, but your melodies are better. And you see how he is. He said, yeah, but they are great performers. They are friends, they know each other, so it's also good friends for him, for Dylan. And he was defending his friends. They are good performers. I was saying your melodies are better. He says, yeah, but they are good performers. Yes, he's right. They are very good performers. Not very good. They are excellent performers. So professional. I have very rarely seen that. It was amazing. Really amazing. I was stunned. That was a show, a true show. I was not bored 1 second. I can tell you it was incredible. It was almost over the top, but over the top not by a bad way, over the top by a very good way.
Against the wall and the towers of your kingdom fall when you start slip out of reach again and your ships have left the beaches just.
The purpose of Derde Verde is not to be performing like that. It's not the same thing. It's not the same purpose. It's not the same feeling.
Just let them go. Just let them go. Just let them go.
Here we have a singer and the guitarist who is just beside the singer, Matt.
The heartbeat stopped, the heartbeat stopped, the heartbeat stopped, the heartbeat started again.
They both are very excited. I had the feeling to have Freddie Mercury in front of me and John Frusciante, the guitarist who used to be in the Red Hot Chili Peppers before. And it's like if we didn't have 1 star, but we had 2 stars, because the John Frusciante, he was not only, his name is not John Frusciante, I call him like that. His job was not only to play the guitar, but he was also playing on the keyboard and dancing and singing in the same time. So I thought, okay, what is he going to do with his ears now? I never saw that. He was playing so many things in the same time. And it made me laugh. But you cannot imagine how much I laughed just by watching him. Not that he's ridiculous, but I never saw so much energy in a person at the same time. It was incredible. And the singer, wow, wow, wow. The Matt, wow.
I woke up in a desolate mood, empty-headed, thoughts slip through the cracks in the gloom. Songs about love just infect me all down. It pains me to think I can't master anything else, but the moonlight seems to change your.
Matt was saying things between the songs, very articulate speech, very smart speech, funny, very good, very good, very good. So I recommend Superet. So, first thought, I had the feeling to see in front of me, you know, the law of attraction in action. The law of attraction in action. That is a perfect example of the law of attraction. The singer, the guy, and maybe the guitarist on the side, or maybe all of them, I don't know. There was a woman at the keyboard, very interesting also. I also like the drummer. The drummer looks a little like my younger son. I like the drummer too. And later there was a guy at the saxophone who came to play. I think I didn't film that, but that was very interesting. This band, especially the singer, he knows what he wants. He will do whatever it takes to get what he wants. I'm not saying that he does things which are dishonest or that he's ready to kill someone to get what he wants. No. Let's imagine that he gets what he wants by being in alignment with what he believes in, let's say. Okay. The law of attraction, I don't know if you know what is the law of attraction. It's something very important. If you don't know what it is, check the documentary film named The Secret. The film, I hate it. I think it's not a good taste, the way the film has been made. But what they say in the film is true. I can tell you, with my age, I'm older now, and I have lived things. And I saw in my life the law of attraction in action. And I experienced it myself. And I can tell you it works. It does work. They know about it. Maybe they don't know, but without knowing it, they do it. So they decided that they would be famous, that it would be a success, and they do whatever it takes to get it. They go and they get it, and they are getting it. Actually, I can tell you, Superet, they are going to be famous because they do whatever it takes to get it. And as they do whatever it takes to get it, all the elements of the universe are organizing themselves to get them what they want. That is the law of attraction. I had the feeling yesterday to watch in front of me a show showing the law of attraction in action. So I thought that is very exciting to see that. We want to be a part of it. But why do I love Derde Verde, which is the opposite of that? Superet, they are good for all what is dynamic, what is joyful. You want to dance on it. I danced on it. I danced on their music. I haven't danced like that except in my living room when I'm alone, or in my bathroom, which happens very often because I love dancing, but I mean in public, among people. I haven't danced like that since, I don't know, 10 years, 15 years, at least since I'm here. So at least 13, I was not really dancing at the end when I was in France, so at least 15 years I've not been dancing like that. And it was so good, so good. But the singer tried two melodies, a little sensitive melodies. The first one was not bad, but it was not Derde Verde. It was not deep as Derde Verde, more exactly. He tried the second one towards the end, a little better, but not Derde Verde. No, at the end he played a song by Blur. Very good, very good, very good. I didn't film it because I'm so afraid to have troubles with YouTube Blur, you imagine, so I didn't film it. They are good for the performance. You want to see a performance, something very dynamic. You want to dance, you want to be excited, go to watch and then go to attend a show with Superet. You will get it. You will have the show. Everything is visual, music loud, lights, people jumping all around. It was amazing. But if you want something a little sensitive, a little deeper, a little emotional and overwhelming, you must check on Derde Verde. It's what you will get. And because Dylan and Jonathan are good for that. It's not the same purpose. So I understood why I loved more Derde Verde, even though we cannot compare. It's like if you were comparing Mark Hollis with Freddie Mercury. It's not the same thing. But why do I prefer Derde Verde? Because I prefer Mark Hollis? Yes, I prefer Mark Hollis compared to Freddie Mercury. Even if I really liked a lot Freddie Mercury, I still prefer Mark Hollis. And I prefer Derde Verde. I realized my mother used to be a singer in France, and she's still known. She's about to release actually like a compilation of all her songs. Universal asked her to do it, and at her age, she's doing it again. Okay, so my mother, when she was on stage, when she was younger, of course, not now. When she was on stage, she was like them, like pushing the audience to sing with her, to dance, to clap in the hand, like if we were puppets. She could make people do anything for her. They did the same. They made me dance, they made me clap, they made me sing. When I was younger and I was seeing my mother doing things like that, I didn't like it. I didn't like it because I was finding that too intrusive, too straightforward. I like what is more subtle, what is more delicate. And I was myself rather an introvert, even if you can see it now on my videos, but I was myself rather an introvert. People who were so extrovert, I don't know how we say in English, bugged me when I was younger. Now I understand better why they are doing that. That Blitzer from Superet goes and grab people and push them to do whatever he wants, by staying in a reasonable standard. At a point, he jumped in the audience and was dancing among us. And he goes and he gets it. He goes and he gets it. I can only admire that. I'm more like that now than I used to be when I was younger, but I'm not at that point. I must admit that I admire people who do things like that, but in the same time, I like what is a little more subtle. I prefer a more sensitive and more delicate way, as Dylan and Jonathan are doing and the band Derde Verde. Probably because I recognize myself more in Derde Verde than in Superet. Doesn't mean that I cannot appreciate Superet. Of course I do, and I recommend that you check on them because they are really worth checking them. But the melodies, the lyrics, how delicate the lyrics are written by Dylan, let's say that it puts me on another level, a more spiritual level. It's more with the heart. Derde Verde takes you to a deeper inner level. It's not the same thing. Not the same thing at all. Superet, they are fascinating. Why? They are all dressed in white. They move a lot. The singer who is so present that you cannot miss him. He made us sing on that. That was awesome.
Keep it coming, don't stop. You swoop in and you remove the revolver, and then all my burdens burst like a bus.
And the lights, and you want to dance on it. Of course you are fascinated by what you see. It's a performance. It's a show. It's really a show.
Don't stop, cause you release the pressure. Everything is solid now. Everything is recorded now. Everything is taken shape. Everything is taken.
The people on the stage, they do it all. They come, they really give us so much.
We
Derde Verde, for me at least, it's fascinating also, but for a completely other reason. When I see Dylan on stage, he has like an aura. He's like, I don't know if it's the light on him which gives this feeling, I'm not sure. When he goes on stage, suddenly it's like if I had Jesus Christ in front of me, basically. And I'm fascinated by what I see. I suppose it's that we call being a groupie. Yes, I am. You imagine at my age, I'm a groupie. And also, when he's on stage, suddenly I see an archetype. I want to paint him. I'm filming, so I cannot film and draw in the same time. But if I was not filming, probably I would do a sketch of him, to remember, or take pictures of him, to remember how he is on stage. There is something very fascinating, like Mark Hollis when he was on stage. Exactly the same kind of fascinating. When he's not on stage, he's very different. He's like another person. But in the same time, the aura is still there. I have to find out why he looks so different on stage. Different, and in the same time, I can see it's him. Of course, I recognize him. It's not Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. It's the same person, but when he's not on stage, he seems more fragile, more delicate. When he's on stage, suddenly he's a little more forceful. Suddenly he's more in charge. He's the boss. He knows what he wants. And suddenly he's like if he, I don't know, like he becomes really a man, creator, mastering what he's doing. So maybe it has an impact. I don't know. Two kinds of fascinating. Yesterday evening, by watching Superet after Derde Verde, the contrast was so strong that I started wondering why do I love more Derde Verde than Superet? And my answer is that I like delicate things. I like the delicate people. I'm not saying that Matt is not delicate. He's maybe very delicate, but it's not the first thing which comes to our mind when we listen to Superet. Superet, it's more joyful, dynamic, it's more to dance. It's more something that you are going to play in a nightclub to dance. Derde Verde, it's something else. It touches my soul. It goes deeper in the heart. I see it like that. It reminds me somehow of Mark Hollis and Tok, so that's probably the reason. I didn't dedicate my videos to Freddie Mercury and Queen, you know. Not that I don't like them, I really like them, but not that much that I need to do 4 years of videos about them. Basically, my message in my videos are, maybe Dylan is not jumping on you to make you clap in the hands and sing with him and dance. Somehow, by doing these videos, I grab you by the hand to bring you to Dylan, because I want you to listen to what he has to say, because even if he's not as loud as Superet, he has things to say. We must just take the time to listen to him, and he deserves to be heard. That's my job. That's what I'm doing with these videos. Why I have to do that? I don't know. I know that I have to do it. I just know. I often had in my life things like that, like instinctively I knew what I had to do. I didn't know why I had to do it. It happened very often. But I always follow this feeling because I'm always right. And I know that I have to do it. So I'm doing it. And I will continue doing it as long as I'm alive and here. Unless something else happens which doesn't depend on me, I have no reason to stop for now, at least. I know it has a purpose. I know. I don't know which one. I don't know what is the purpose, but I know that it has a purpose. I have to persist. here because tomorrow night I go to another show, and in my next video I will compare and contrast the two shows. I will come back on them, and maybe I will have other ideas to talk about. So I'm leaving you here because I must still edit this video and work on it tomorrow, and then go to another show, and then it's a full-time job now, Derde Verde, you know. Between all the messages I answer online, and I'm glad to. Please continue, because I love talking with you and going to the shows and editing the videos and releasing the videos and listening to all the musics to do my videos. I must work a little more on the rest. It starts being a problem, but I won't stop that. I love music so much. Okay, I see you later. Bye bye.